Welcome back to Shadow Archives. Tonight, we descend into the dust-choked corridors of a place where history goes to die. A place that holds a secret so profound, it has seemingly erased itself from existence. This is the story of File 47, the document that vanished deep within the bowels of an abandoned government archive. A single record is missing. Not misplaced, not checked out, but gone. File 47. For decades, its absence has been a gaping wound in the historical record. A puzzle that has consumed historians, archivists, and urban explorers alike. They've searched every shelf, every crate, every forgotten corner, only to find nothing. An empty space where a story should be. The official explanation, a simple clerical error. A number assigned but never used. But those who have walked the silent halls of this archive know better. They speak of a presence, a palpable weight in the air that seems to guard the building's secrets. They've felt it, and so have we. Our first expedition into the archive was met with an unsettling stillness. The air was thick and cold, carrying the scent of decaying paper and something else. Something metallic and sharp, like ozone after a lightning strike. The silence was absolute, broken only by the drip of water from a leaky pipe and the frantic beat of our own hearts. It's a place that feels forgotten by time, yet intensely aware of your every move. The search for File 47 began in the Central Registry, a vast, cathedral-like room lined with towering shelves of records. According to the original index, File 47 should have been located in Section Gamma, Row 12, Shelf D. But when we arrived, we found only an empty slot, conspicuously clean, as if the file had been removed just moments before. The surrounding files were coated in a thick layer of dust, untouched for years. This one space was different. This is where the story takes a turn from a simple mystery into something far more unnerving. Local legends, passed down in hushed tones by former employees, claimed that File 47 was never meant to be read. They call it the Whispering Fire, believing it was deliberately erased by an unknown force, its contents deemed too dangerous for human eyes. As we continued our investigation, strange anomalies began to plague our team. Our equipment malfunctioned in bizarre ways. Brand new batteries would drain in minutes. Our camera footage would flicker and corrupt, filled with static and distorted images. Particularly when we were near Section Gamma, audio recordings picked up faint whispering sounds, indecipherable murmurs that seemed to ride just below the threshold of hearing. One of our crew members, a seasoned investigator named Alex, swore he heard a voice, clear as day, say the word leave. This wasn't the first time such phenomena were reported. In the 1980s, a team of archivists attempting to digitize the records experienced similar disturbances. Lights would flicker and die in their section. They reported sudden, inexplicable drops in temperature, feeling icy cold drafts in sealed rooms. One archivist documented feeling an overwhelming sense of dread, a primal fear that forced him to flee the building and never return. He described it as if the building itself was actively resisting his efforts. What could be in a file that would provoke such a reaction? Theories abound. Some speculated it contained details of a failed Cold War experiment, a technology so advanced or catastrophic that all knowledge of it had to be scrubbed. Others believe it documented a first contact event, an encounter with something not of this world, the implications of which were too shattering for public knowledge. A more fringe theory suggests the file itself was anomalous, that the information it contained was somehow alive, that it could influence the minds of those who read it, or even alter reality around it. This might sound like science fiction, but the evidence, however circumstantial, is chilling. Over the years, several attempts were made to reconstruct the file. In the early 90s, a historian named Dr. Rhys Thorne claimed to have found secondary deep letters and encrypted telexes that referenced the contents of File 47. He was scheduled to present his findings at a major conference. 2 weeks before the event, a fire broke out in his university office. All of his research, his notes, and the supposed copies of the related documents were reduced to ash. The cause of the fire was officially ruled as faulty wiring, but Thorne always maintained it was arson. He claimed someone, or something, was silencing him. Then there was the case of the digital reconstruction project in 2005. A team of data recovery specialists attempted to retrieve fragments of the file from old, corrupted hard drives found in the archive SS server room. They had a breakthrough, recovering what appeared to be a single, partially readable page. It was a photograph of a handwritten document, but before they could fully render the image, a massive power surge wiped their entire system. The data was lost forever. The one technician who saw the partial image described it as looking like a star chart, but with constellations that don't exist in our sky. He resigned the next day, refusing to speak about it further. It's as if a cosmic censor is at work, a force that actively prunes any information related to File 47 from the historical timeline. Every copy disappears. Every photograph corrupts. Every witness is met with misfortune or an unshakable feeling of terror that drives them away. During our final night in the archive, we decided to conduct one last experiment. We set up a series of high-sensitivity parabolic microphones in section gamma, hoping to capture the whispers more clearly. We left the equipment running and retreated to our base camp in the main hall. For hours, there was nothing but silence. Then, just after 3 a.m., the time often associated with peak paranormal activity, all of our recorders simultaneously picked up a sound. It wasn't a whisper this time. It was a low, resonant hum, a frequency that made the fillings in our teeth ache. The hum grew steadily in intensity for exactly 47 seconds before abruptly cutting out. When we went to retrieve our equipment, we found it all completely fried. The internal components melted. What is being protected in that archive? Is it a secret of humanity's past, or a warning about its future? Could the building itself have developed a form of consciousness? A guardian intelligence dedicated to keeping the file's contents hidden? Or was File 47 erased by something far older? Something beyond our comprehension that simply does not want to be found. The truth remains locked away in that silent, decaying building, waiting in an empty space on a dusty shelf. It's a void that speaks louder than any written word, a testament to a story that refuses to be told. The mystery of File 47 is not about what's written on its pages, but why we are so desperately forbidden from ever reading them. Perhaps some doors are best left unopened, and some secrets are best left buried in the shadows. Thanks for joining us in the Shadow Archives. If you have a story of a place or an object that defies explanation, share it in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss our next descent into the unknown. Stay curious and stay safe.